Hello everyone, welcome back to Tall Tales Custom Tackles. We're gonna try to do a quick little video. I got a lot of orders to get done this weekend. I've been promising I was gonna release a video, so I'm gonna try to make a quick one on the prey bait. Got a little bit of plastic heating up. We're gonna try we're gonna do a trout style pattern. Need a little bit more. Basically what that consists of with this mold is this is a top injection, but it has a real nice line going down it. I mean, basically you're gonna pour a little bit there and it's gonna be like running a vein in a open pour. In my opinion, the open pour is easier, just because, trying to get this camera angle, just because with this one right here, it's I don't know, it's a little tedious to get it just right, but we're gonna work on it. Let me angle this camera, just bear with me a second. All right, get these couple of air bubbles out. I mean, they ain't hardly no there ain't no need just to do a bloodline or a vein or whatever you would like to call it. There's no need to have a bunch of plastic mixed up, so you'll see in just a second there's just a very little bit. Just trying to get these few little air bubbles out. Pour that vein, like I say, the vein, a little line coming right down the center. It can be a little bit of pain sometimes. Sometimes it works the first time, sometimes you have to do it a couple times. On this style bait anyway. The open pours is actually pretty easy. Let me move to this side just slowly, and you can see we barely got a little bit in here. Just gonna try to, that is all you're doing, just a real light line, and you're trying to keep it somewhat straight. I mean, if it's not straight, that's fine, because the beauty about making baits is perfect sometimes is not always better. I mean, sometimes these small little imperfections is what makes it look more natural. Later on I'll probably end up taking those, because up there is a pain, taking those studs out so it's easier to slide down and you ain't gotta worry about this right here. Alright, over there, that's not 100% perfect, but I mean, it's bait making, it ain't gotta be 100% perfect. I'm still trying to get in the mindset where it ain't gotta be perfect, and all I'm doing here is just trying to nip it off so they're almost even. There we go. What I expect to do right here is I will hit it with the heat gun real quick to flatten it out a little bit more. This is not necessary, it's just something I do personally. It makes it look more uniform, it just settles it in the mold a little bit better. Alright, let's see. You can see the line is down it. Alright, we're going to heat the other plastic up. for a few minutes. And while it's heating off, I'll talk to you. So let me take these. I'm going to do a video in a couple of days of the new. I finally got the new Anglin AI 6-inch in. I got 4 of those, matter of fact. Let me open one up. So I got to do a video on this one. I've already had a request for a video, but I've actually got some. I've got some made up. I'll do a video probably on this pattern. I mean, this pattern takes a little bit to do. I mean, it's a little bit longer pattern, but I'll go in detail on doing like a bluegill or a you know, maybe a perch pattern. Trying to do bluegill and perch in this mold right here is actually a little difficult. It can be done. I've done them. It is so much more time consuming. It takes a lot longer to do a fancy pattern in this top injection than it does an open pour, because I mean, an open pour you can get most of your fancy stuff done in your layers. You know, it's a little easier. But this is a cool bait. I'm definitely gonna have to get another mold. These molds are like $135 each. I'm definitely gonna have to get another mold. I've actually got quite a few orders I gotta get done this weekend of this bait. I've got a few I gotta do today. I'll knock them out, but I got a decent size order to do tomorrow, and then probably Saturday I got a big, well, I call it a big order. It's really not a big order. It's just a very complicated bait. They want it in a perch pattern, and to do this style bait in a perch pattern, you actually have to skin pour it and pour your little layers in there, then come in there, put your lines, and they want a little bit of the just a very little bit of the gold leaf flake, you know, to break it up. But anyway, to do that in this style bait, because it's a top injection, is a pain in the butt, and it takes a lot longer. So he's definitely getting, even though I charged him a good little price, he's definitely getting his money's worth, because it's going to take me, because of how this mold is designed and set up, it's going to take me probably, and it's 8 of the same exact bait, so I got to do them one at a time. So it'll probably take me 4 hours to do his 8 baits. And even though once you get the injection done in a couple minutes you can take it out, that's not the hard part. The hard part is doing all those steps. I mean, it's just so time consuming. But let me check on this. That's gonna need a couple more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video for a second, because it's gonna need a couple more minutes for that plastic. That way I'm not rambling on the whole time. You know, we try to keep it short. But we'll be right back in a few minutes. Alright, we got the plastic almost ready. I already degassed it a little bit, stuck it back in there to try to get the temperatures about where you need it. Due to having that bloodline in there, you have to have it a little bit warmer than what you would normally inject, just so it will bond, you know, really well. So you actually have to have it a little hotter than usual. Let me see if I can get this camera angle. Alright, we'll look right there and see what happens. Alright. Should have already had this right here ready. And this mold don't take much plastic. I mean, by the time you stick it up there and put a little bit of pressure on it, it's already filled up and ready. I mean, it don't take It don't take much at all. Okay. Top her off real quick. And I went ahead and I decided to let me knock these bubbles out. I decided to go ahead and do something that I wasn't going to do. I don't know if you can see, but gotta angle this a little bit. I went ahead and fired that up. I figure for a bonus, I'll go ahead and run one of these and we'll see how it turns out. Since I got the plastic already hot and ready. We're gonna do this one with a real thin pink line. Real thin pink line. Let that sit for a second. Alright. I already got the paint. I'll have to heat it back up one more time, but I'll let it warm up real quick. This right here, I'll top it back off. For now, I'm just gonna set this to the side. I'll clean the injector in a minute, because we're doing a bonus right this second, so it's fine. You'll have to excuse my moving the camera around. I mean, it's on this little tiny stand. It really gets in the way. I still haven't upgraded and bought a better stand for it. I will eventually. And later I will eventually learn more tricks and stuff with the camera. I mean, I'm still learning. Same with the molds. Oh, let me check the temperature. Let me bump the temperature down. If you get the hot plate too hot, what it will actually do is cause the plastic to never actually sit. It'll be liquid, you know, because these molds, once they get up to temperature, they are hot. They are extremely hot, and it ain't like it's that big of a deal if it's too liquid, especially for yourself, because all it's gonna do is blend in. Now, if I was doing these for a customer, I would definitely wait until it had just a good film over it where it would not bleed in, because if you pour it too quick, the layers will actually bleed in. Some of them is not bad, but right there looks pretty good. Let me check the temperature. And by the time we get the get this layer done, our prey bait should be ready to take out, and we'll see how she looks. Maybe she looks all right. I've done the trout pattern like a couple times in the prey bait, and it turned out pretty good. But don't mean it's always gonna turn out like that. I mean, well, we'll do a little bit thicker line. That's a thicker line than what I originally intended on. But there's a little piece of plastic. There we go. Caught up in there. Like I say, this right here is just for personal use. Matter of fact, I might actually just take this one and throw it in with a, you know, as a bonus bait with this order I gotta do this week. I should have just went ahead and made all 4 of them the same. But anyway, we'll give that layer a few minutes. We're gonna go ahead and check this right here. Another thing about this mold is it's a little bit harder to shoot a perfect laminate. I mean, it laminates good, but what I mean is like perfect crisp lines like you get in an open pour. It's a little bit harder to get that, or it's harder when you have to do this right here. For example, you got that blood line, and you have to have the plastic a lot hotter so it really bonds together. And the hotter your plastic, the more it's gonna, basically the more it's gonna run, you know. So You get a little bit of inconsistency, but at the same time, man, it looks good. I mean, you can see, I mean, it's because you ain't got that perfect line where it's all white down here, you know, so it does really good. Get this thing out and throw it in the water. Let that thing sit. But anyway, I'm not gonna spend like I say, I'm not gonna make this video drawn out. I got 4 of these prey baits to do and 4 different patterns. I'm not gonna like make it stretch out because that'd be over an hour video. I'm actually going to end the video with the prey bait for now. So you saw how it looks. Let that set in the water for a minute. I mean, it looks real good with eyes on it. Depends on the eyes you run. This style bait actually has, let's see if you can tell, but it's got the belly slot for the hook, but then it's got a very top slot, so the point of your hook ride right down there and keeps it weedless. So that's a pretty neat feature. I will finish up this one. Let me see if the other layer's ready. If it is, I'll go ahead and do it, and then once it cools, I'll turn the video back on, let you see that at least. But the prey baits, I'm gonna finish all them off camera. Yeah, that's ready. So we'll let that plastic heat up. I'll pour this last layer, and we'll be back when this is done. This will probably be done about the same time I'm done with the other prey baits, so it'll probably be at least an hour from now until I get done with them. So I would make more videos all the time, but here lately I've been so busy with extra orders. Plus, I mean, this ain't my full-time thing. I do this for a little bit of, a little bit of side money and a hobby. But here lately I've been keeping so many orders that I ain't had time to do anything for myself. And I work a full-time job at night. I work night shifts, so I come home, I sleep a few hours in the morning time, get up in the afternoon, or I get up around lunchtime, and then I'll start on this stuff. So I'm gonna try to put out a few more videos, as much as I can. But as many orders and stuff I've been getting here lately, plus other stuff I have to do around here, I ain't been having near as much time. But I will make some time and get a couple more videos done. All right, let's pour this layer. Like I say, as soon as this right here gets done and set, I'll bring the camera back. I mean, and what I like about these, and I've said on previous videos, what I really like about these aluminum open pores, you can feel it a little bit high, and the overrun is so easy to clean off. I mean, personally, I'd rather overfill it a little bit where it's bubbled over and it's easy to clean. But anyway, we're gonna turn this off, let it cool on its own. I'm gonna get the rest of these prey baits done, and we will be back. It'll probably be another hour, but we'll be right back. All right, we're back. It's about an hour and a half later. Got a mess. I mean, you end up with a mess when you're working with this stuff. It's easy to just let stuff get messy. Anyway, I went ahead and demolded. Didn't want to waste too much time on the video. I went ahead and demolded the 6-inch glued eyes on it. And when it comes to these baits, I mean, you can put any color eye you want, whatever floats your boat. Me personally, I like colors that stand out. I mean, this one right here stands out. It might not match completely what a rainbow trout's supposed to look like, but that looks good to me. Good looking bait. I haven't took the rest of these out yet. There's a few of those. I actually I had extra, so I made one of these clear puds for myself. Couple of these, one with the chartreuse line, a little bit brighter gold, dark gold, that same clear color. You know, I'll take them out in a couple of minutes. I got this one ready with eyes on it. I'll take the other one. I'll take these out, get them dried off, and get them ready for eyes. I just wanted to go ahead and do this one real quick and show you the finished product, what it looks like. And like I say, later on I'm gonna do a video on the 6-inch bait. I gotta get called up on orders. Actually I've been saying it for weeks now. I'm gonna slack off a little bit on some of the orders, but not take as many. If I do, you know, I might just push the finish date back, so I ain't gotta rush, because it's leaving me so little time to do stuff for myself that I need to get done. I mean, hell, I ain't been able to go fishing but like twice in the last 2 months because I've been so tied up doing this stuff. You know, you got to take time for yourself. I mean, I do enjoy this, but at the same time, I mean, I do want to go fishing. With that being said, I like the Prey. I'm gonna do a little quick review on the Prey bait mold. It's made by Epic Bait Molds. They do a great job. As far as the mold goes, I mean, it's well built. Good. The only thing I will say that I wish they did was I wish they would make a multi-cavity instead of a single cavity, because I mean, it's just such a pain. Now don't get me wrong, these open pores, they all single cavities, but that's understandable. For a top injection, single cavity is just so painfully slow, and I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I like the mold, but I'm trying to decide if I want to stick with, you know, offering a few of these prey baits one cavity, because when I get orders where I got to do a lot of them, it's just a pain in the butt because it takes so long. And the orders I'm getting are, I mean, some of them are simple colors, but the ones I'm getting are really, you know, more in depth, so it takes a lot longer to do them. Basically, I'm trying to decide if I want to stick with just the open pore swim baits, because I actually got rid of I had a couple other top injection swim bait molds, and I really like the open pore. Once you do the open pore, it's so hard to, and it's so hard to even go back to top injection, because open pore, they're fun. You can get more creative. You get a cleaner look. What I mean by that, you get a real clean, crisp, you know, laminate. To me, you got more possibilities. But I'm gonna work with the Prey bait for a little while, see how it works out, see how I like it, and decide if I want to get a couple more of those molds or not. Who knows? I might just decide to stick with open pores, because I mean, man, I love the open pores. They're so awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Hopefully it's not too drug out too long. As always, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. We done a little drawing a while back for the first 25 subscribers. I think we're up to, last time I checked, we were up in the high 30s. I want to say 37 or 38. When we hit 50, we'll probably do another drawing. I mean, who knows? Well, it just all depends on how long it takes to hit 50. With that being said, if we do another drawing, I mean, we always add new molds. I got a new one supposed to be here Monday, matter of fact, It's a 4-inch beaver style bait. Anyway, hopefully it won't be too long before I can get you a good video of the open pour, like bluegill, perch pattern, something like that, something creative. Try to make it fun. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. As always, catch you next time.